Hi guys, this is the fourth game in my Kasparov's Greatest Games series. In this one, Kasparov was playing white against Vladimir Kramnik, so it's sort of the clash of the Russian titans. And this was another Sicilian defense: e4, c5, knight c3 from Kasparov. So he decides to play a closed Sicilian, although he doesn't, as you'll see in a minute. Knight c6, now knight g2, knight f6, and now Kramnik cleverly goes back into Kasparov cleverly goes back into an open Sicilian here. And this is actually a really nice line to try to trick your opponent into playing something they're not normally used to. Like, a lot of players will play g6 here, thinking they're going to play against a closed Sicilian of d3. But then after d4, black has to take this pawn, knight takes d4, bishop g7, and now we just have a accelerated dragon. And the black player might be a Najdorf player, for example, and so he's not going to want to be playing the accelerated dragon. So this is actually a nice way to try and move all the trickier opponents, and I've actually done it myself. So yeah, I do recommend you try this yourself. I mean, maybe try it online first, and then even in tournament play. So Kramnik plays knight f6, d4 takes, knight takes, e5. So we'll go back into a Sveshnikov, and this is all mainline theory. d6, bishop g5, a6, knight back, b5, threatening b4, trying to win a piece. And now Kasparov decides to play knight d5 here. In my video on the Sveshnikov, I recommended that white takes on f6. Personally, I find this easier to play for white, and I tend to like the positions a bit better. But yeah, knight d5 is also a really nice move. They're pretty equally popular, so you can play whichever one you like the best. Okay, so after knight d5, bishop e7, and now bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, c3. So this is always a good idea in the Sveshnikov for white. He wants to bring his knight that's offside at the moment all the way back into the centre, where it's going to be really well placed. Okay, so after c3, black castles, knight c2, rook b8, h4, and now knight d7. Okay, so black wants to remove this really strong outpost for the knight on d5, and he's happy to get double pawns for it. Knight takes f6 check, g takes f6, and yeah, black doesn't mind his double pawns because he's always going to break out of f5 and get rid of one of them. Okay, so here Kasparov plays queen d2, looking to come over to the king side, and also castle queenside and put pressure on d6. So after queen d2, Kramnik goes bishop b7, attacking this e4 pawn, bishop to d3, d5. So it looks like Kramnik's getting a really nice position now. But Kasparov just takes, queen takes d5. So already he's got pieces already pointing towards Kramnik king. And after queen takes d5, Kasparov just castled queenside, e4, bishop e2, and queen takes a2. So it looks like Kasparov is getting killed here. He's a pawn down. Kasparov's king looks in a lot of trouble, especially when there's a queen on a2, and this bishop's just been shut out of coming over to the king side. So it doesn't look so great for Kasparov at the moment. However, queen h6, queen back to e6, knight to d4, queen to b6, and now rook h3. And now we see the danger that black has, because after rook g3 check, if the king goes in the corners, queen g7 mate, and the knight can never block because you just h5, just winning the knight. So after rook h3, king h8 is played straight away, bishop g4, now rook g8, attacking a bishop, and now it's a really nice move from Kasparov, so you can try to pause the video and find this move. Okay, so I'll be very impressed if any of you managed to get this move. Kasparov decided to play here knight to e6. So if you get that move, and then bonus points. It's a fantastic move. Really, what this move does is he's now threatening queen takes f6 with check, because he's cut off the defense of the queen from the b6. So Kramnik responds with rook g6. Now everything's looking very sharp. Queen's on pre, the knight's on pre, the bishop's on pre. Yeah, it's not looking too great for Kasparov, but now after Queen f4, it's a really nice move again. He protects his bishop and was also threatening Queen takes b8 check winning the rook. So after Queen f4, Kramnik brings his rook to e8, and now rook d6, attacking the queen, knight d5. Really, really sharp stuff from the two Russian super grandmasters here. And now this is the main point of the game, the winning move for white. Pause the video here and try find the winning move for white in this position. Okay, so I'm going to continue, and once again I'll be very impressed if you manage to find this move. Kasparov comes up with h5. I think that deserves a double exclamation mark. Absolutely incredible. Okay, so let's just look what happened in the game. Knight takes f4. H takes g6, so Kasparov doesn't even take the queen. And now if the queen takes d6, rook takes h7 of check, king has to go to g8, g takes f7 check, king takes h7, so Kasparov just calculated this perfectly. F8, f takes e8 equals queen, knight takes e6, bishop f5 check, so he doesn't even capture the knight. This is another really nice move by Kasparov. King g7, so if king h6 then it'll be queen g6 checkmate. So all these moves are pretty much forced. Queen g6 check, king has to go to f8, if he goes to h8 is going to get mated on h7. King f8, and now queen takes f6 check. Once again, king's got to keep getting this way. Bishop takes e6, and already black is in a lot of trouble. And here Kramnik just blundered. Queen f8, and winning move for white in this position, pretty simple. It's bishop d7 check, king has to take, and then just queen takes f8. So after bishop d7, black resigned here. But yeah, it was amazing calculation from Kasparov. No wonder he's one of the world's best players. You know, being able to calculate 10 or so moves ahead in such a critical position. So in this position here, knight d5, to be able to calculate all of that is it's unbelievable. It's like millions of pieces on pre here. We could take the rook, our queen's on pre, our knight's on pre, the rook's potentially on pre, the bishop as well. There's all sorts of things going on here, and it's just this is unbelievable. He comes up with some like h5, and yeah, it's just fantastic. And that's why I'm doing this series, just to show you how good Kasparov, how good he really was. And you know, if you improve your calculation, then you'll be surprised how much of a difference it can make in your own game. So yeah, I'll leave it with you with that, and please like and subscribe for some more of Kasparov's greatest games. Okay, guys, see you later.